Two teenagers were injured in a rollover on Sunday near Thompson, North Dakota. The driver was a 14-year-old Grand Forks girl who was driving at a speed around 55 miles per hour on a gravel road heading to Grand Forks. The car fishtailed and rolled over in the ditch. Both the driver and her 14-year-old passenger were wearing their seatbelts and received minor injuries. The driver's licensure has not been stated at this point. A 50-year-old Buffalo man was found dead underneath his car on a Cass County road. Authorities do not think it was due to foul play. It is suspected that the car hit the driver after he left it in gear, but it is still being investigated. The parent company of American Airlines, AMR Corporation, has filed for bankruptcy protection. AMR is the last major U.S. airline to do so. AMR plans to function normally through the bankruptcy process with no changes to their flight schedule or frequent flyer programs. AMR's chairman and chief executive, Thomas Horton, said bankruptcy was required in order to cut labor costs and reestablish the company. Currently, AMR is negotiating with its workers' unions to decrease labor expenses to competitive levels. AMR has been unable to continue to vie with the lower costs of competing airlines that have previously filed for bankruptcy and combined into larger companies. AMR is also planning to use newer, smaller planes to cut fuel costs in the long run. AMR expects their restructuring to only immediately affect their jet leasing companies, as AMR will be terminating many contracts early. The British Embassy compound in Tehran, Iran was attacked by protesters. The protesters vandalized and ransacked the building, and they appeared to have been organized by local authorities. The assault lasted several hours and is the most serious violation of the relationship between Iran and Britain in over 20 years. William Hague, Britain's foreign secretary, is angry at the damage and the danger to British diplomats and their families. But all the British staff were unharmed, although Iranian news reported that several were held hostage for a limited period of time. Iranian police eventually broke up the assault with tear gas and severe warnings. Iranian news stated that the protest was due to genuine rage at Britain's economic sanctions with Iran over their suspect nuclear energy program. But many believe that Iranian officials organized the whole thing and simply stood by until the last minute. We've been hanging on to this fall weather a little bit longer, but we'll go to Jessica Gulseth for more information on what to expect in the coming days. Jessica?
Thanks, Carlotta. Well, the craziness is winding down just to wind up again. Even though we got through Thanksgiving, Black Friday, and now Cyber Monday out of the way, Christmas is fastly approaching, as is the snow. Of course, we didn't see snow this afternoon. It was sunny and reached a high of about 43 degrees, and tonight won't get too cold. We'll see a low around 23 degrees. And now for tomorrow, Wednesday, we will be seeing snow here in Jamestown. It will be about 37 degrees, and for most of the morning, early afternoon, there's a 20% chance of snow, but later around midnight, we will be looking at a 60% chance of blowing snow. Once the sun goes down, the temperatures will begin to drop as well. It's going to be about 15 degrees, but with the wind, it will feel much colder. Wednesday is the only day we're expecting to see snow, but Thursday, the high will just barely reach above 20 degrees. Friday, just above the 30 mark, and for Saturday as well. It's not looking very warm the rest of this week. Depending on the amount of snow, it could stick around for a couple of days. When you wake up Thursday morning, we can all expect to see some snow. That's your weather today, Jamestown, and back to you, Carlotta.
Thanks, Jessica. We thank you for stopping by tonight, Jamestown. I'm Carlotta Rasmussen. Join us again tomorrow, where it is always our pleasure to connect the campus with the community. Good night.